Good morning. Another early Sunday morning trip up the A1. Turn right north of Stamford. We're actually over near Clipsham Quarry direction. I recognise some of the roads I've just been down. We're at Robertsfield. If you're into butterflies, you'll know Robertsfield. It's a very good place to come chasing certain quite scarce butterflies. It's a hay meadow really. No idea what's here. Haven't read up on anything. I've had no tip-offs at all, but there's got to be orchids here surely, so if not, it's going to be a very short episode, but we'll have a look around, see what we can find. Well, we've landed on a whole bed of pyramidal orchids, so there's definitely pyramidal orchids here. Pretty much nearly in full flower now. That looks probably the best pyramidal orchid we've seen so far this season. That's pretty much fully open. Well, it's turning out to be a pretty much a pyramidal orchid site. I've not seen anything but pyramidal orchids so far, so I'm looking out for some variations in colours. There's a slightly pinker version of a pyramidal orchid here. They do go down to white. Whether we'll see a white one here is probably unlikely, but you never know. This one's quite a pleasant pinker form than the usual more reddy colour. Well, there's not a lot of variation here, but I've seen a few battered old common spotteds. There's a little clump here where there's half a dozen of them still hanging on to life. It's quite a nice one, this one. Very nearly a white common spotted orchid. I've had a good close look at this one. There is just a tiny bit of colour at the top of the flowers, so I can't really claim it as a white, but yeah, had me going there for a second. Very close. Well, I've just bumped into this lot. What a fantastic sight. I've not seen anything like this before. Just right at the top of the field, just a huge collection of common spotted orchids. It's like somebody's come here with a packet of seeds and just scattered them within a sort of 6 foot, 10 foot area. Fantastic sight. I'll have a closer look at some of these. They actually all look pretty much the same colour. But yeah, I don't think I've seen such a densely populated area of any site as so far as common spotteds go. Tremendous. I think it's definitely the most astonishing common spotted swarm, if that's the right expression, I've ever seen. I don't even want to count them. It's just a phenomenal number of common spotted orchids here, almost all the same colour. It's just an incredible swarm. Amazing sight. Very close to being a white, but again not quite. Just very, very faint markings on it. One of the resident marbled white butterflies sitting on a common spotted orchid. One of the nicest butterflies you'll see around at this time of year. There's plenty of them here at Robertsfield. Very attractive butterflies they are. I think that's just about a white. I think I can claim that one. I can't see any colouring on the flower lobes at all, so I think that's a white common spotted orchid. Well, wasn't really expecting to find a small gathering of bee orchids. There's 2 or 3 of them around me, nothing special, but as I've said before, it's always good to see a bee orchid. Keep seeing a few of these. These are quite rare plants. These are not the most flattering of names. They're knapweed broomrape. They're parasitic plants and they're quite rare. You get them at Barnock, Hills and Holes, but I can't say I've ever seen them anywhere else. And there's a few of them. There's one here, there's a couple in the background if you can just make them out. Nothing much to them, as you can see. There's no colouring, but yeah, they're quite a rare species, quite a rare flower. Not an orchid, but worth a bit of footage. That's a knapweed broomrape. Well, there you have it. I found one. Pretty much coming to an end in this field. It's pretty much close to the entrance and exit point, but you got to keep your eye on and keep looking. There is a white, very nice white pyramidal orchid, and I'm pleased to have seen one of those. There aren't too many of them around. Now that is the butterfly that people come to Robertsfield to see. This is the dark green fritillary, and they are tough buggers to find. Not so much to find, should I say, but to photograph. They don't like standing still. Now I've got them quite early in the morning here, so they're not taking flight yet, but they're magnificent beasts, and people come here just to chase these around the field, because once they get warmed up they don't settle for very long. And getting shots like this are very, very difficult, but this is an obliging character. It's a dark green fritillary. Lovely thing. We'll see how close we can get. Not much closer is the answer. I've just jumped into the field next door to Robertsfield, which is another nice wildlife meadow, and there's quite a few white common spotted orchids. I've had a look at a few now. I can't see markings on any of them, so there seems to be quite a lot of them in this field, which is unusual. There you have it, a mainstream pink and a white pyramidal orchid growing side by side in the wind. Although you may not detect this one on the camera, it's a very nice soft pink coloured pyramidal orchid. I've not seen many of these, but that's nice, I like that one. Okay, well, I'm going to head out now. I could spend a lot longer here actually. After 15-20 minutes I thought, you know, pretty straightforward midsummer, pyramidal orchids everywhere, not a lot else, but you've got to wander around this one. You've got to go into the corners, up the hills, keep moving, and I've only really covered 50% of it, but yeah, 1,000, 2,000 pyramidals, some white ones, some pink ones. That common spotted swarm was fantastic, all pretty similar in colour. Sort of a lilac base is the theme for Roberts Field, it seems, but yeah, still fantastic to see such a volume of common spotted orchids in one location. Yeah, there's a lot here of interest, bee orchids as well. I'm sure there's other stuff lurking around, and the butterflies are great to have accompany you as you're wandering around. The dark green fritillaries leaping out from everywhere, and the marble whites, brilliant if you like your butterflies too. But yeah, I was quite impressed with this place. I shall put it on my list and come back and have another look at it next season. But pleased I came. Yeah, Roberts Field, near Holywell, near Pickworth. It's in Lincolnshire, but it's up the A1 past Stamford, turn right near Clipsham Quarry, that sort of area. But yeah, well worth the trip, Roberts Field.